Hey folks, this is Bill with Dine Drink Vegas. The most successful video we have ever had on this channel is the one we did of Oscar's Steakhouse in September of 2021. Oscar's to this day remains my favorite steakhouse, and I haven't been back since then. It is now July of 2023, and it is time to come back, particularly because they've remodeled since then. So what I'm going to do real quick is take you on a walkthrough of the space, and then later, because on this channel we never make you watch us eat, I'm going to show you still photos of the things that I enjoy. So one of the reasons that I enjoy this place is that it feels like old school Vegas. There's a statue of Hizzoner talking to somebody. You have pictures of Hizzoner, the mayor, Oscar Goodman, talking to all sorts of folks. There's a picture here of the mayor talking to President Clinton. There's a picture here of the mayor talking to President Obama. There is a letter here to the mayor from President Bush. So it's a huge and popular and significant figure. And then you come into the check-in stand, where obviously I checked in earlier. I've been seated, I've ordered, I haven't yet received my food. The bar is a full-service bar, and folks, I'm not going to lie, one of the reasons I love this place is the bar's one of the only places I've ever been where I want to try their custom craft cocktails, because a lot of places the custom craft cocktails are too sweet. I don't want to try them, but here I do. Here I got the Hizzoner, which I think I will show you in just a second. Now, what they've done with the remodeling, and that is the booth where we ate last time, what they've done with the remodeling is open up this gorgeous outdoor patio area, and it looks like that's not even open right now, but that makes sense. It is July of 2023. I think it was 115 degrees outside today, but that outdoor patio seating, if the weather was right, would be fantastic. You can see up Fremont Street here. So let's go back around to where I'm seated, and I'll show you the first cocktail I had. Again, because on this channel we never make you watch us eat, I'll come back later on and show you still photos of the things that I enjoyed, but this place just feels like old school Vegas. Pardon me, gentlemen, let me pass by. So this is the main seating area, and this is where I am. But the views here down Fremont Street are just gorgeous. You can see right down the Fremont Street Experience. If you've got some tables right here in the middle, as well as some in the back, and where exactly you wind up sitting is a little bit of a crapshoot. But if you get lucky, you have a seat going right down the Fremont Street Experience, which is gorgeous. Now I'll take you back around to my table in just a second. And this particular evening, I am dining by myself. But you come back, you've got some lovely compound butter, you've got a bread roll, and the Hizzoner is gin, and a whole lot of gin with a jalapeno slice. One of the things you're going to want to do is take that jalapeno slice out, because the longer it's in there, the more it cooks and the spicier your cocktail gets. So again, this is Bill with Dine Drink Vegas. I'm going to come back in just a second with still pictures of the food to talk to you about what the experience was like after I got my food. But before I do that, we would really appreciate your support for the channel. One of the things we try very hard to do here is bring you short and focused videos to help you, give you the information you need and help you plan your next trip to Vegas. If we have done that, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. That helps YouTube show our videos to more people. And that comment can be questions about this place, which I promise we will answer, or it can be, comments about where you like to eat, what your favorite steakhouse is in Vegas. You can also like and subscribe, and I will be back in just a minute to tell you about what I enjoyed here. So as I did my walkthrough, you'll notice that there was a couple seated at the table right across from me. It turns out that was former Mayor Oscar Goodman, for whom this restaurant is named, and current Mayor Carolyn Goodman. I had the chance to walk up and go talk to them for a minute or two. They are a delightful couple, but that's one of the reasons that I love this restaurant so much. It's got a feeling of Vegas cool, of Vegas history, of being the real and authentic Vegas, because you never know who you might get a chance to meet. I also ordered, as I said in the walkthrough, this cocktail, the Hizzoner, and you can see Hizzoner there in the background at the top left. One of the things that I like about Oscar's is that they've got cocktails off their cocktail menu that I want to try. I mean, I don't usually try the bartender's custom composed things, but here they're quite good. This one is just gin with a slice of jalapeno. It was fantastic. Like I said, though, you're going to want to take that jalapeno out at some point when it gets to the spiciness level you want, because it's going to keep cooking. I also ordered an old fashioned later on in the meal. It was great. I mean, nothing special. It was an old fashioned, but it was a great drink, competently executed. They did it with the Amarena cherries and the orange slice and just the right amount of sugar, so I enjoyed that. They had a bread service with compounded butter with some extra salt. That was great. So the meal started off fantastic, and then I got my first course, which was the heirloom beets. I'm not usually a huge let's eat healthy in Vegas guy, but I was at the point in the trip where I desperately needed some vegetables, so I did that. So I've had a great cocktail. I've met the Goodmans. I had some nice bread. I had a lovely starter, and then I got my steak. And the steak looks great. I will say the steak was seasoned great. It came with some shishito peppers. You can tell that the rib cap. You can tell it's all roughly the same thickness the entire way through. But here was the problem: it wasn't cooked at the same temperature all the way through. One end of I ordered it at medium. One end of it was well done, right? Like it was completely cooked, and the other one was at best medium rare and may have been closer to rare. And I told my server about it. She called over the manager. He came over twice to talk about the fact, well, it's hard to get them all to the same temperature because it's not the same thickness. Oh, yeah, it is the same thickness. You saw that at the start. And I mean, he was incredibly gracious. He took it off of there. And maybe he was worried because he saw me talking to the Oscar for whom Oscars was named. I just thought it was a weird flex for him to come over twice and talk about how hard it is to cook the steak to the desired temperature. Now, don't let that take away from the total experience. The steak was actually incredibly tender. It was still one of the two best seasoned steaks I've had in Vegas, with the other one being my first meal in Oscars. I was just disappointed that they couldn't get it to the right temperature, and then they felt the need to come over and explain twice that it's hard to get it to the right temperature. That was a disappointing part in the meal. I also ordered some of the cream spinach. The cream spinach was great. The sides are absolutely meant to be shared with other people. So that was a nice part of the meal. And then I didn't get dessert. And it's not because the desserts wouldn't have been great. They would have been fantastic. I was just at that point in a Vegas trip where I couldn't possibly enjoy any more food. So would I go back to Oscars, even though the steak was a little bit weird? Yeah, of course I would. For one thing, the steak was still fantastic. For the other, everything else I had was delightful. But part of what you're paying for at Oscars isn't just the food, which is excellent. Part of what you're paying for at Oscars is the atmosphere of being in an old school, authentic Vegas, which has gone away as they've built those beautiful hotels on the Strip. And that's not because I'm criticizing the beautiful hotels on the Strip. I've stayed at most of them. I enjoy them very much. That's what I usually do. Sometimes, though, you want a little bit of a different experience. Oscars gives that to you while giving you some top flight food. Just cut into your steak and make sure it's the temperature you want it to be. I hope this video has been helpful to you. What we try incredibly hard to do here at Dine Drink Vegas is bring you short and focused videos that answer your questions about where you should go and what you should do while you're in Vegas. It would help us a lot if you would leave a comment in the comment section down below. That helps YouTube show our videos to more people. In addition, if you would hit like and subscribe, that would help us a lot. But thanks so much and happy travels.